or you're looking forward to win it. The PNP is poised. Everything is lining up that we are going to win it. We want to talk to you now how you're going to manage this problem. Low growth, low wage, low tech, low income economy, low production. The PNP going to be in trouble again like we were in 2011. Talk to us. How you're going to work that out?
So the situation is different. So where we are now is that the public finances and the debt are no longer in a position of jeopardy.
I want to applaud you for doing that, comrade leader, and I want to big you up and continue to be honest, truthful, and forthright. Ralston, the government said that we are doing well economically. Our fiscal health has never been better. What say you?
Well, that's not true. Now running a fiscal deficit of $34 billion, that's 1% of GDP. When they took over, Peter Phillips left a surplus of $9 billion or 0.6% of GDP. So that's not true. Inflation is now 6.5%. When Peter Phillips left, inflation was 3.7%. Poverty is now over 20%. When Peter Phillips left, it was under 20%. And what we're
Hold on,
seeing
poverty
right
is
now,
where?
over 20%.
And when Peter Phillips left, that's 2015, 2016,
Yeah.
it was where?
Yeah, it was like 12%.
So they are saying that the unemployment rate, we say it's at what, about 5.5%.
The unemployment rate is 5.4%, and the underemployment rate is 2.37%. So all told, it's about 8% right now on unemployment or underemployment.
And where was it in 2016?
Well, in 2016, we were like about 12%. But remember, we are in the toughest IMF program that the country has ever undertaken after the problems that they created in 2010 to 2012.
That was the time of austerity. But the GLP seems to skip over that period between 2007.
The situation is different. So where we are now is that the public finances and the debt are no longer in a position of jeopardy.
Simon, I call about
Yes.
a worrying thing that is happening in Jamaica. The economy, Simon.
The economy.
Yeah.
What happened to
The
it?
economy is in tatters. And we have a prime minister who is telling us that it's okay. It's doing excellent.
You know, one of the
And-
things they accused Trump of during the campaign was his doom and gloom attitude to what is happening in the States. And they were saying that, you know, it's not that bad. Only sound like some doom and gloom merchants.
No.
Only sound like some doom and gloom merchants.
No, it's bad, Simon.
Mm-hmm.
The prime minister was on a stage telling cussing people who buy government paper.
Yes.
Immediately while the government was floating paper.
Yes.
That's not serious yet. We are borrowing like crazy. This year, we borrow over $260 billion. We are borrowing $50 billion more than we borrowed last year.
Right.
But the prime minister is out there telling the country that we're not borrowing. We don't have to borrow to do nothing. We don't have to borrow to fix this.
Yes.
So people are getting, those people who want to believe him are believing that the economy is
PM
good.
Holness maintains the GOJ is committed to strengthening the economy to avoid the need to borrow when addressing concerns relating to infrastructure.
This bridge that we are putting up is the example of the government investing in replacing an aging infrastructure. And not 1 cent of it, the 230 million, is from borrowing. But the critical thing is to ensure that you have a government that can fix the economy, to generate the revenues, to invest in the aging infrastructure. And that is what this government is doing. It will take some time. It is not going to be a snap of the finger. But the results are going to be seen.
The bridge is slated to be complete in 7 months. Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
Also, you are saying you have budgeted for it, but your budget was something like 45 billion short. And
Exactly.
if you budgeted for it, what is the rationale behind the airport's move? So those are the questions I would expect to see not even from the columnists in the newspaper, again, that's opinion, but from the reportage that says, Prime Minister said so-and-so, however.
Here are the facts.
So,
Here are the facts.
yeah.
But here where I want to take it, Simon. The IMF, they said that we're going to grow by 0.8% and go down to 0.2%.
Yes.
That's actually no growth.
That's no.
And I hear Ralston been telling you that we are heading into a recession.
Well, if you continue with that level of growth, yes. If you have 2 more periods or quarters of that kind of anemic growth, then you're talking recession.
My concern is, Simon, how are we going to come out of this? Because
Colin, I beg you do. Nobody go back with the entertainment argument.
No, but Simon, how will come out? Well, tell me another way, Simon.
I hear you, but it don't make
sense.
Tell
me another way.
You can't tell me that every time you call, Bridget.
It's not just entertainment. We have to start feeding ourselves.
They still keep saying, opposition leader, that it happened. They keep saying that they delivered on the 1.5.
They delivered on the 1.5 by making the taxpayer pay for it.
But right, because I keep saying to people, what they are not telling you is that the 1.5 was promised revenue neutral.
Correct.
And they did not deliver on that part of it, so they're going to say them deliver the 1.5. But then it was not revenue neutral, as you said a while ago, $30 billion on the back of the Jamaican people.
Yeah, a whole raft of taxes were put in place over the first 2 years of their government. Indirect taxes mainly. So it's not in your pay slip if you're an employee, but you're paying it every time you buy anything in a supermarket or any other shop. So yeah, it had to be funded. The lie was they said it was already funded. They were going to, through elimination of waste and all kind of foolishness, which they had to fund it by putting taxes on other things to take away the taxes for the 1.5. That's what they did. That's water under the bridge. It was good politics for them.
For winning the election.
Yeah, and so be it. So they have been able to build on a platform that they didn't construct. We construct the building. They occupy the building. But them going like it's them build it, but it's not them build it. And the truth.
What are they doing now to those gains? Because when they came in power, things looked so good that they said that they were going to grow the economy 5% in 4 years.
Yeah.
I remember, I think, a debate in 2020 with yourself and Nigel Clark. It was 2020 when he was asked what happened to 5 in 4 and him gave no, it wasn't 2020. That was 2016.
No, man, 2020.
2020, you debate with him.
Yes.
Right. And him give some pretty argument that never really mean nothing. We are at a stage now, opposition leader, where they are saying that the economy will grow maybe 0.8%, going down to even 0.2%. That for me poses a serious problem to Jamaica. You are looking forward to winning the next election. I want to talk about election yet, but you're looking forward to win it. The PNP is poised. Everything is lining up that we are going to win it. We want to talk to you now how you're going to manage this problem. Low growth, low wage, low tech, low income economy, low production. The PNP going to be in trouble again like we were in 2011. Talk to us. How you're going to work that out?
So the situation is different. So where we are now is that the public finances and the debt are no longer in a position of jeopardy then. Things have been sorted out at that level through the successful policies and the pursuit of those policies over a 10-year period. So the debt of 147% of GDP is now around 70% of GDP. It's been cut in half in 10 years, which is a remarkable achievement. Internationally, people say, wow, that's quite something. And Jamaica should feel good about that because that is something that we have done. Many other countries have not been able to do it, but we did. I
don't want you to lose your thought, comrade leader, but I must say something. You have said this on a platform, and I see labor rights plastering it everywhere. And I said to myself, wonderful. My leader is honest. My leader speaks the truth. If that is happening, it is happening.
Yeah.
And I think that shows the difference between you, who are able to say this is good, and those people who can't find nothing good on the other side.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's because, as you said, I didn't come to this politics early in my career, and politics is not all I know. You know, I was part of other things before I came, and I came here to serve Jamaica. You know, and where Jamaica has achieved something good, and both sides have contributed. I'm not going to say otherwise.
I want to applaud you for doing that, comrade leader, and I want to big you up and continue to be honest, truthful, and forthright. Big you up for that.
Enough respect.
Talk to me.
Give thanks. So, where we are now is that side of things is running well, and will continue, I believe, to run well because the fiscal rules are in our law, and I don't think any government is going to abandon them because the sacrifices that both sides have incurred in order to get us where we are seen as a national achievement, not just here in Jamaica, but the world sees it as an achievement for us. But it is not sufficient. It is not going to put food on people's table. It is not going to stop the brain drain. Jamaica has the second highest rate of migration of professionals in the world, of people who have skills in the world. It is not going to give the youth them